Playing as many indie 3D platformers as I have, I find myself being in the know of what games are in development for that genre. So you can imagine my surprise when I was walking through PAX East and stopped in my tracks when I saw this cozy looking banner with two adorable little owls on it with the title of Fly Guys, a 3D platformer open world collectathon that I had never heard of. Now, this was a demo that let you briefly experience the movement mechanics and challenges you'll find throughout the main game, and two things really stood out to me after playing that demo. One, Ryan Ziegler, who is one of the creators of the game, plus one of the programmers, and Shari Whiteley, who is one of the art designers on the game, were both there at the convention and showing me the game, and they were an absolute delight to talk to. And two, I have never ever seen a platformer that has flight mechanics as the main movement, and it is smooth. Closest I can think of is Mika and the Witch's Mountain, but this is more like if you took Superman 64, but actually made it good. So, obviously after giving them praise galore, I had to come home and try the demo myself, which is available on Steam, and I just had to make a review about it after playing it. So, to get into the meat of the game, this is an island-based platformer, similar to another game I just reviewed. You take control of Fly Guy and Fly Gal who live on these islands. And the main story is that a storm came through and blew away all of the bird citizens' eggs that live on these different islands. When the main game releases, you'll be able to explore all of these different islands any way that you like. So, even though you start on this first island that the game takes place in, you can just say, bump all that, I've got zoomies, let's see how big this ocean is. But for now, you can use their moveset to try to collect all of the eggs on this first island. The moveset, by the way, is obviously, the main movement of this game is flying. And let me tell you, getting down a good flight movement mechanic is really hard to do, especially since this is their first game. But the fact of the matter was, when I sat down at PAX and played it for the first time, it took me a little bit of time to get used to the mechanic, but in no time at all, I was figuring out how to use it perfectly fine, meaning that they made it as easy as possible to pick up and play. You also have some other moves which are incredibly useful for helping you collect everything. There's a standard jump. If you hold the jump button, by the way, or double tap, you will activate flight. You have a dash move where you can run across the ground and pick up speed before you fly, or jump and air dash, which, it just feels good, man. I'm always welcome to an air dash in a 3D platformer. I don't know why, I just love having like a vault or an air dash in a game, so seeing that when I played the demo, I was like, oh! Perfect. Perfect. There's a spin attack move, which can be used to break boxes around the island and collect whatever's inside. Whose property are you stealing inside those boxes? I don't know. I don't care. This is my compensation for getting your eggs back. There's a ground pound, which also will jump you up in the air. You don't have to like push a button afterwards to like bounce out of the ground pound. It just automatically does it, which is just really nice in my opinion. And also in certain areas, there will be an indicator on walls that allow you to climb up them. And I just love that they climb with their wings. It's so adorable. The moveset works so well for the area's level design, which in this case is a mountain spire with a bunch of wooden houses around. And it's just so cozy. I love the art design. I love the music. It's all very cozy in that regard. And I just love their little voices when they do their little jumps. It just brings me so much joy. You can tell I'm a second person because I'm wearing my hood now. Man, what are you doing? Being a bird. No, you're not. The final thing in this demo is the collectibles and challenges that you need to do to be able to get them. There's quite a few of these ring races which slowly amp up in difficulty as you go along, and they are just the right amount of challenging. It creates a lot of different paths through the excellent level architecture, and I feel like it just utilizes it so well. There was the bubble popping challenge, which bubbles come up from the ocean and you have to pop a certain amount of them before the timer runs out. This one took me the longest, but it felt good to have a challenge that you really have to hone in on the movement to get, and it never felt unfair. This one challenge was interesting. You have a bunch of floating platforms pop up and you have to land on all of them and not land on the ground before you do. I'm assuming there's going to be harder versions of that throughout the different islands as you progress, but I thought it was really cool, man. This one made me really laugh. So you activate the challenge and a watermelon pops up that you just have to push up the mountain. Their push animation is also so cute, and I think it's just really goofy. I would have appreciated if the spin attack move could push the watermelon up further, but it really doesn't matter, because look at them go pushing up that watermelon. Honestly, I wish I had random fruit pop up in front of me and just tell me to take it to a random location. Man, that was a great nap. Huh? What? Why is there an apple in my hand?
Listen to me, boy. You must take me to your bedroom. Time is of the essence.
What? Why would I take you to my bedroom? Why would I do that?
Do not question me, boy. This is no time to be wondering quandaries. Bring me to your room. The world depends on it.
Alright, buddy, you're here.
Good. You've done well, my child. Now set me down on your floor and look away.
Nah, you know what? Walking up those stairs kind of made me hungry, so, I mean...
Wait, no.
Sorry, buddy.
Put me down on the floor.
Living apple's delicious. Finally, for challenges, you want to catch some bunnies? Here's some bunnies. Go grab those cute little fluffs, and they need pets.
And you better give those cute little buddies some pets.
Look at their face. Look at their cute little face. Are you gonna tell them no to pets? That's what I thought. The other collectible is 100 feathers that are located around the island. Kind of gives me some Banjo-Kazooie vibes, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they were going for. There's also some mini games for you to play around the island, such as basketball. Pick up the basketball, bada bing, bada boom, chuck that boy in the hoop. I'm not so great at basketball, but hey, I got 4 points, so that counts for something, right? Right? There's also fishing, but who needs fishing poles when you can let those little fishes' life flash before their eyes with your little talon grippers? Pretty cool, man.
There's 2 things that I completely forgot to mention throughout the video, but unfortunately trying to cut them in during the point that I was talking about them was not working very well for me, so here we go now. Essentially, there are 2 other moves that I forgot to mention in the game. You can also use that dash move in flight to be able to keep up with your momentum, which is super nice in my opinion. Also, with that ground pound move, if you hit it while flying, you'll be able to air dive directly down. Just be careful where you do it at, because you could land in the water, and if you're too far from the island, you will drown.
Here's a Steam page. I will also link it in the description, as well as a link to their Kickstarter. The game's been fully funded, but if you feel you still want to send them some money, go right there. Or you can just get a very detailed summary of what to expect with this game when it comes out, and just everything about the different people that have worked on the game and the different aspects of the game. Lastly, just a huge thanks to the entire team. As I said before, they are some incredibly lovely and talented people, and they deserve all the love in the world for the game that they're making. And I personally am just incredibly excited for when this game fully comes out. And with that, I hope to see you all in the next video.